What's up, fam? We back with another one. We got this chicken pot pie that I've been promising y'all. This video is taking me forever to do, but as you see, I'm just kind of washing right now with some lemon. Like, I'm getting rid of bones and stuff, rinsing with some bottled water. And I'm just gonna rinse all of that out after I get whatever I feel like I don't like out the way as far as the texture or, you know, juices, and just add some olive oil. There's some kosher salt. That is probably like a tablespoon of kosher salt. Then I add some minced garlic and some water. And I add some basil. I'm trying to keep it very simple, y'all. Like, this is no reason for me to do a whole lot, because my whole idea was to make a roux instead of using milk, right, and make it light. But I'm just going ahead and putting it in a pot. You know, everything is cool. It's copacetic. It's cooking up nice and fine, right? There were some rookie mistakes that I made, and I'll probably explain them later, but right now I'm going to go ahead and make it real simple. And I cut up some celery, so I'm getting back over here. You know, I like to multitask. I'm flipping it. This is on like a medium. I usually start cooking meat and everything very high, and then I tone it down to like medium and low. And I'm just all over the place at this point. This was a last minute dish, and I'm just taking vegetables from everywhere and I'm just cutting them up. And this is possibly the third time that I've done a chicken pot pie, right? But for this particular one, I really had no plan in effect. It was just the last minute, and I had a time constraint, you know. So as you see, it's coming out real beautiful and pretty. I mean, it's crystallizing, you know, it's nice and grilled. And I'm going for my chopped carrots at this point. I've already skinned them, so don't think that I'm eating all the nasty stuff on the edge of the skin and all of that. Those have been skinned off, and I'm just chopping down. And like I said, there was really no plan for this. This was just something that I wanted to do at the last minute. So now I'm frying in my wok. You know, I'm going back and forth, swishing it around. I am not the wokanologist. I don't know much about it. I'm still learning how to use it. I'm going to make my roux now. You see me put in the oil. I put in some flour, and I'm just turning. And for those of you who watched my gravy video on how to make easy gravy video, this is an insert of that video. So, you know, as you see, I'm stirring around. Everything is on mid, and I'm doing gravy at this point like every week. So I'm going to my vegetables, which have already been cooked, and I'm just breaking those down because they're too big. I'm realizing, like, how am I gonna get all of this in there? Mind you, I gotta take the rest of this roux and put it into this water, right? Because this is where the magic comes in. I'm gonna take this roux and I'm gonna add some water to it, and I'm just gonna blend it up on a Ninja right here, right? So it's just blending. It's not even a post. I'm just gonna blend it all the way down to nothing. Like, I want this thing smooth, baby. I'm gonna put it back in that pan, and I'm gonna take all my vegetables and put those cooked vegetables right back into that pan, and I'm gonna make this gravy. I added a little bit of water because I'm gonna need that. Put the rest of that roux in there, blend it up, mix it up, shake it up, shake it. And now what am I doing? I'm taking that chicken and I'm gonna just hack it right back up. This is my food hack right here. Now, for all of the OGs on here that's been cooking for like ever, probably since you was 12, 13, 11. I started cooking at 11. So for all of the OGs that's been cooking for a long time, you know that when you do add meat into your gravy, that meat is going to sweat off into the gravy, and whatever seasonings you have into the meat is going to help to season that gravy. Yet at the same time, when I get toward to the end of this process, I will add 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, which is extremely salty, but to me very healthy because it has no iodine in it. So as I'm moving this around, this is on a mid, and I'm just like moving and shaking, coagulating, making sure that, you know, everything has its own space within its place, right? I don't want anything to overpower the other. So at this point, I add that salt, put it in. Now let's get over here like my mother. My mother would go ahead and she would take 2 cups of flour. She'd add 2 tablespoons of Clabber Girl baking powder. There is a entire butter stick in there that's been melted down, and you know, a pinch of salt. Use your water as you need it. I put like a cup of water in here. You know, I wish I would have only used 2 tablespoons of the Clabber Girl baking powder, because if you use too much baking powder, it's gonna be like a bread. You want it to stay like a crust. I'm gonna do a video on a crust because I figured out how to make my crust, but I gotta get to it, y'all. So I'm just kind of mixing and blending. I'm just kneading at this point, you know, just trying to get everything in the pan that I can, you know, making sure I leave nothing behind. Don't leave a crumb behind, because I'm gonna flatten this out. And like I told you all, I was gonna finally get that rolling pin. I got it, but I didn't have it on this video. So what am I doing? I'm gonna make it enough. That's right, OG. I'm gonna make it enough. I'm going ahead and I'm just rolling this bad boy out. I'm using my olive oil bottle as my rolling pin. Don't make no excuses like Wyclef Jean said, and you go ahead and you do what you gotta do, you know? You make it work for yourself. So as I'm taking this and I'm going around in my pot that I so graciously took the handle off of because I needed a pie pan at the time, I went on and I made it enough, and I'm just like doing whatever I need to do to make this thing work. For some reason, when that camera comes on, I get nervous. It is what it is. I love to cook without the camera, but I wanted to show y'all how to do this. So I am just praying to God in all of his holiness that this thing comes out right? So I am messing up and I'm making mistakes as I go along, and I'm just gonna take that filling that I made a little earlier with the roux, Living Dangerous with the chicken, and I'm mixing it all up, and I'm now pouring it into the pan so we can make this chicken pot pie come alive. See what I'm saying? There it is. There it is. Now what we're gonna do next, we're gonna take the rest of that dough, we're gonna knead it, and we're gonna flatten this bad boy out again. Put it up there, and it's on the pot. Boom. I don't know why everything is out of sync, but I'ma keep rolling with it. I don't care. I put that in there on 400 and was like in there for like 35 to 40 minutes. You know when it's done. This is my special sauce that I put on my salad, and it is what it is. So right here, this is out of sync. I'm just showing y'all right now what it looked like when I put the rest of this topping on, you know, because you gotta top your chicken pot pie. So this is the second layer of dough that I did. So let's just kind of back, track, and there it is. There it is in 1080p. I'm showing y'all exactly my process. I took a bowl, I cut around that bowl like a stencil, like a template, and I said, yo, this is gonna work. This is gonna go on top of my pie. Now watch this. I showed you how the pie came out. I'm just trying to do my best rendition of somebody who works with dough all the time, you know, as if I work in a pizzeria, which I don't. And I'm just going around this bad boy, doing the best that I can, because at this point I am nervous, y'all, and I don't want to mess up on camera. Like I say, it's so much easier without the cameras, but when the camera turns on, you know, it is what it is. So there it is. That's what it looked like when it went in at 400. Now let's cut through this bad boy and see what it looked like. Let's see what it looked like. Let's see what it what is that? I'm taking my time, y'all. I'm not even rushing. I'm taking my time on this. I don't want to mess nothing up. I even grab a fork. I'm grabbing all kind of little tools that I don't need to make up. Well, kinda. There it is.